Time for a challenge fast.
He did. It's ruled a strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Benintendi is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out.
Center fielder, number 11.
Digging in once again, Kevin Pillar. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Right fielder, number 19.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Bautista. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen.
Left fielder.
Into the windup and the pitch.
What you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Now at the plate, Hanley Ramirez. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Bounced weakly near the plate. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So now the Jays manager will make his way out toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Jackie Bradley Jr. swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-2 contest. Ready for another shot now. Christian Vasquez. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Pillar is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in, number 73. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Pillar's there. And the inning is over. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Drilled down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Kendrys Morales comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time. Seared down the first baseline, but this is foul. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
Now batting,
In now, Justin Smoke. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 2-1 home now to Smoke. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Pedroia has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. But they still lead it 3-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's 2 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Bautista on the run. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there. So coming to the plate, Xander Bogaerts, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage home run. 3-run home run down the line in right. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and it's now 5-3.
Well, that's why you hear people say work down in the zone. That's such a difficult pitch to hit. But if the ball's up a little bit. These great hitters, they touch it, it's going out of the ballpark. Right there is a prime example.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in as he swings and lifts a pop-up out behind short. And there to grab it is Tulowitzki for route number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Hanley Ramirez, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. But the Red Sox push across. Welcome back to baseball on the show from Beantown, Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Russell Martin is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss by Martin as he falls behind now 0-2. Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
So he throws him for the strikeout. Russell Martin becomes the first out in the 9th inning. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Now a ball line fouled off to the right over the Red Sox dugout.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That's by him for strike 1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Number 73 is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. Matt Barnes gets the win in relief. From Miami, Florida, today we get to enjoy the temperature-controlled atmosphere under the roof of Marlins Park. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. No problem here, 1 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Freddie Galvis, currently with the 3rd best home run total on the ball club. These Marlins, Harold, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Matt, I was on a number of losing teams, and this is the game you look for. We got the ace going. Finally, it's a day we're going to win a game. And when he throws, and you know you're struggling, you got to win that game for him.
Number 5 is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is in the scoring position at second with their first hit, a 2-out double.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
Michael Franco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Sent on the ground out to second, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, second baseman, D.
And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. Harold, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
Squared that one up just a little late. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Gets a small piece near the plate. That winds up foul for the second strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses. 1-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Galvis is there. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting third.
In is Christian Yelich, currently with the 3rd best home run total on the ball club. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out hit keeps things alive for Marcell Ozuna.
That's a strong hitter right there. Slider in on his hands, and he still is able to muscle it out far enough for a base hit.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as he grounds one briskly to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Here's Daniel Nava now. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Grounded back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
When you're struggling, you'll look for anything. Been off to a little bit of a cold streak. He didn't hit it hard, but that's a big one to build on.
And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he misses again, ball 3. A runner at second, nobody out. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Now that's a big swing. That's what the big fella's supposed to do. Look to go downtown. Let it all fly. He let the dog out right there. I want to see if he calms it down or does it again on this pitch.
And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Batting 7th, center fielder.
Smoked on the ground left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that terminology, hands inside the ball. The only way you're going to do that is to pull your hands in hard and stay inside the baseball. Nice piece of hitting.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Ready now, number 43. He stands in for the first time in this one. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
Well, this is an interesting scenario, Matt. I think with the pitcher at the plate here on 2 outs, you're probably not going to see him steal, because if he gets thrown out, then you got the pitcher leading off the inning. Take a chance, see if he can hit a ball in the gap and maybe score you from first.
Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Rojas is there, and the
Leading off for the Marlins, first baseman, Justin Bour.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Joseph in foul ground. He's got it 1 away.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Derek Dietrich.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner, but foul. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Oh, and he misses it. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Batting 7th.
In now is A.J. Ellis, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. Hit to third. Franco fields it cleanly, and they'll get the out here as he's run down between second and third. On to first, but good hustle as he's able to avoid the double play here. Standing in, Miguel Rojas. He begins playing this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. Soft liner to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Well, that fastball is coming high and hot. He's able to fight it off and got the base hit.
In now, Dan Straley. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
That is a big hit right there. When you can help yourself out, a little two-out base hit, extends the inning, brings the top of the order up now.
Into the box now, D. Gordon, as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit. One run is scored. A tag, and they get him at the plate as one run scores, but not the second. Great shot there of the Blue Waters and long sandy stretches of Miami Beach. Back now for the top of the third inning on MLB Network. Cesar Hernandez is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Ready with the 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Ready for another chance. Freddie Galvis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that misses for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with a full count as the 2-hole hitter.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Freddie Galvis is out number 2 here in the third inning. Stepping in now, number 5. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Stanton has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Phillies.
Leading off for the Marlins, right fielder, Giancarlo.
Hard ground ball to third. Franco has it. And he's retired 1 away.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. A base hit in his first trip. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, that curveball's on the outside half. You usually shoot it the other way, but he stayed with it. And because he got the barrel in the right place, he still got a base hit.
Ozuna.
Standing in now, Marcell Ozuna. Back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Got the ground ball he's looking for right there. A hard grounder, but it just wasn't at somebody. If it's at somebody, it's a double play ball. Now he's got to get back to work and maybe get another one.
In now, Justin Bour. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
Well, the first two pitches are interesting. Both away from the left-hander. Will he bust him back in and challenge him? This is going to be a good at-bat to watch.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Cue shot here out towards short. To second for one.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Into the box now, Derek Dietrich, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Fly ball out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair. Through. Digging in for his second at-bat, Maikel Franco. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away. Digging in to try it again. Daniel Nava. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Grounded to third. Dietrich is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
First baseman number 19.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Tapper up the line. That winds up foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Again, he sends it out of play.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Striding in once again, A.J. Ellis. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. This is flared right back over the mound. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. So the fourth inning opens with a leadoff single.
Well, Matt, we've watched him struggle early, but you always talk about in-game adjustments. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch. They look more aggressive. They look like they've changed their whole game plan to come out now and start firing on all cylinders.
Stepping in now, Miguel Rojas. He swings and grounds it to short. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So striding in, Dan Straley. He singled his last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Herrera on the run. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. And now confusion here with two men on the same base. One's got to go, and they're going to get an out here.
Now batting.
Here's D. Gordon now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And they can't run it down.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Stepping in, Odubel Herrera. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Ozuna racing back. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, number 34.
Now at the plate, number 34. He hit a sac fly earlier. First offering on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
You know, Matt, he's having great success, but I can't say it's because of the first pitch strike. Now, that's over 60% of the time he's throwing that for a strike, but usually to have this kind of success, you would think the ratio would be much higher.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Striding in, number 43 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Towards second. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So with that, the top of the 5th is still alive.
Well, he's pitching well. They send him back up to the plate, and what does he do? He rewards him with a base hit. So this is a great game for him so far.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. From the stretch. Now a softly hit ball down the line to third. A toss over to Gordon at second, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting,
In is Christian Yelich. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
They've left a lot of men on base. They've had plenty of opportunities, and here's another one. After a base hit, they find themselves with another runner on. Let's see if they can bring somebody home this inning.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. In the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Pereira is there. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another shot now. Justin Bour. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls. Marlins leave 1. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Running hard. He's digging for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead run is on second. A base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the 6th inning, but...
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he will beat Ellis's tag. He's in there to score.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
Maikel Franco stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
The left fielder, number 25.
Daniel Nava is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. 0-1 count, and the pitch.
1-1.
A fastball down near the shoe tops. 1 out and a runner on second base. 1-2 now. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
There's that tight slider right there. Just missed getting under the hands. That's a good pitch. I like that pitch. But if you don't get it where you want it, it could be a dangerous pitch to throw.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Daniel Nava goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Hit hard back up the middle. And now this is bobbled out in center. And that's going to plate the runner from second as this is now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, nothing flashy about this base hit. Just a simple ground ball up the middle. But the one thing I do like is the approach to go up the middle. There's a lot of hits in the middle of the diamond.
And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike 1.
David Ellis.
0-1 count and the pitch. Snap throw from the catcher. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Striding in once again, Derek Dietrich. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Baseman, Derek Dietrich.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Pulled toward right center field. Herrera on the run. One down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Ellis. A hit in 2 tries so far. Heading out toward shallow right. Under it is the right fielder. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Miguel Rojas. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
JT Realmuto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
JT Realmuto.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The average coming into play right at 320. 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. 1-0 count. Here it is. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
The batter's number 9.
So stepping in, D. Gordon, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here it comes. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Chopped foul wide of first. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now the 1-2 home to Gordon. Lifted the other way out to left center. Nava is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job. Adam Conley is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 61, Adam Conley.
Number 34 is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. 1-2. Here it comes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the 1st out. Digging in and looking for more. Number 43. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
Tell you what, pitching to the pitcher is not that easy. Sometimes when you face him, a little bit of a letdown. He's in a 2-0 count right now. You got to really focus, I think, more so with the pitcher hitting against you than anybody.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman.
Cesar Hernandez is at the plate as he takes a called strike one.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at bat.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now. So this is a big moment in this game. His teammates can pick him up and drive him in now. That might be all they need to get the W here.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but that's going to get out of play and into the camera well.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he misses 2-1.
Well, I don't know how he missed that pitch. That ball's in the zone a long time, but he missed it. I guess that happens.
2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2. Dribbled to the right side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. And there now is Giancarlo Stanton. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. And Stanton's aboard. It's a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Well, there's another single. We saw a lot of those so far this game. Now they've already stranded 10 runners. It's time to capitalize, boys.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Christian Yelich stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Well, that's another single, another hit. Now they are first and second. They just haven't come up with that big hit to drive a lot of runs in. They got to break things open pretty soon.
Digging in once again, Marcell Ozuna. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
First baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Justin Bour. And he's got a great chance to turn this game on its head. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. Ready now, Derek Dietrich. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
And this one gets away. Throw over to third here, and he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. So now 2 men in scoring position. The 0-2 delivery. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with 1 big out on the scoreboard now.
The catcher, number
and now is
17,
A.J. Ellis. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runners still at second and third with 1 away now. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Well, this is one of those situations you don't want him to put a ball in the air. You got to pitch the strikeout right here and get you out of this inning. Don't let him put the ball in play.
Fastball called for strike 2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
To first, Joseph picks it up. Step on the bag for 1. A play at the plate. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And they'll put the tag on him between third and home, and I don't know what he's thinking, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Ready once again, number 5. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Chopped weakly to the left. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single. Stepping up now, Maikel Franco. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. He's set, and the pitch. A changeup over the inside corner. The 0-1 on its way. In the air, down the left field line and deep. Ozuna ranges deep into the corner to make the catch for the first down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. After it is Yelich. But he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
That's a big hit right there. One out. You got the go-ahead run now at third base. There's so many things that can happen. You get a sac fly, another base hit. A lot of things can happen to get that run home.
And here's ball 4 on the intentional pass as that'll now load the bases here and set up the force at the plate. Ty Kelly will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. A tag for 1, and the run is in to score from third. Stepping into the box, number 34. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. No offer at a letter high change. It's ball 1. A.J. Ramos is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here. And he misses again. 2-0. Turned on down the line, but this will get foul. 2-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And that slider must have been low. It's ball 3.
Look, he's falling behind 3-1 right now. You got to know he knows he has a better matchup over there on the on-deck circle. I can see him pitching around this guy right now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Andres Blanco called on as a pinch hitter here in a big, big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Ty Kelly will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Number 17, Pat Nisha.
Smoke toward the hole. Hernandez fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, pitcher A.J. Ramos.
Now at the plate, A.J. Ramos. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Here's D. Gordon now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
D. Gordon.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still down a run. It's 4-3.
Now for Philadelphia, second baseman.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
The batter, number 13.
Freddie Galvis is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Ready for another chance? Number 5. And then after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Rojas will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away.
Third
One
baseman,
gone.
number 7, Michael Franco.
Stepping up to the plate, Michael Franco, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there, making him 1 for 5. Personally, nice note, but the team is winning anyway. They really didn't need him today. He's got to step his game up starting the next game, though.
Daniel Nava comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Ozuna sprinting after it. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter.
Set to get his day started, Ty Kelly. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. Hector Neris comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 50, Hector Neris.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. The 0-1 on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Kelly onto the grass. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting.
In is Christian Yelich. 4 hits for him in this one, all singles. Hit back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day.
Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Checked his swing there and pops this one up. And no one will get this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. In there, a base hit.
This guy's such a good hitter. I get the feeling even when he's down 0-2 in the count like he was here, he's still actually ahead of the count when he's facing anybody.
Digging in, Justin Bour. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Well, there's no doubt what he was thinking on those first 2 swings. Big power swings. Now he's got to dial it back a little bit and try to put that ball in play.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
This is a big spot right here. 2 runners on. You got an 0-2 count. You waste 1. Now you make it work. Throw one in the dirt. Throw one high. Make him chase it, and you got a chance to strand those runners on base.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the 2nd out. Digging in, Derek Dietrich. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Down the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over. 6-3 the final score today. Adam Morgan claims the win out of the pen, his first. Hector Neris. From the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look into the box now. John Valentine. Now a move over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. First pitch on its way. And this is fouled straight back. This Marlins ball club, Harold Reynolds, as they begin play here tonight. They're coming off a good victory here in front of the home faithful on opening day.
It is so nice, Matt, to win that home opener. You know the next day the crowd is going to be hyped. Everybody's talking baseball in the city, and now you're back for game 2.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
1 out and a runner on second base.
Hey, have a rip up there right now, huh?
Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Manny Perez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. We are now at the plate, Charlie Ludwig.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Charlie Ludwig.
Ready on 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down.
Matt, it looked like he didn't want any part of that ball. I know it was hit hard, but come on, man, at least knock it down. Body up, man up. Let's go.
Batting sixth.
At the plate, Adolfo Reyes. Hit to first. There's one. On to first to complete the double play. Ready for another chance. John Valentine. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's the first hit in this one for the Braves.
This guy's such a good hitter. I get the feeling even when he's down 0-2 in the count like he was here, he's still actually ahead of the count when he's facing anybody.
Digging in to try it again. John Valentine. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Get a good rip on it, huh?
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steven Trujillo. A hit in 2 tries so far. Hit down the line at first. Oh, and forget the double play. It's under his glove. And he's safe.
Well, we've always known this guy was a good hitter. You knew he was going to come out of it eventually. Here's another multi-hit game.
Digging in once again, John Valentine. First pitch of the at-bat. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Perez on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now. John Valentine. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. Gone to lead off the inning.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5, the final. Sandy. First opened back in 2012. A look inside the Mammoth Marlins Park in Miami. Game number 3 of this new season between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it's next on the show. Digging in, the switch hitter, John Valentine. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in, Manny Perez. 0-for-1 here in the early going. Grounded to short. Valentine on the grass. No problem here. 1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Charlie Ludwig.
Right fielder.
Ready now with the payoff pitch.
Ludwig.
Hit on the ground to short. Valentine has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across. Striding in once again, John Valentine. He's 0-for-1 thus far.
Valentine.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Padilla going back to the track, to the wall. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Second home run early in the year as the Braves have come back to tie things up at 2 apiece.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready.
Standing in, Nathan Crowder.
The shortstop, Nathan.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right back up the middle. Oh, look at the dive. Got him.
Oh, that's just an excellent play that time. Super high degree of difficulty on that one. And as an added bonus, not only does he get the out at first, but he also keeps that runner stationed on second base.
Digging in and looking for more, John Valentine. He comes in 1-for-2 with that home run he hit earlier. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Gonna be a tough play, and they will get no. He's in there. A very close play at first.
The head first dive into first base, that was really impressive. I love the hustle. Now some people say he slowed down, others will say he didn't. Doesn't matter. That's a base hit.
Now batting, Eric Perkins. He's 0-for-2 thus far in this one.
Eric.
The 0-2 home. A double play ball to second. 4. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Ready once again, Alex Padilla. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. On the ground to short. This could be 2. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. Now at the plate, John Valentine. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back in. Doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick. The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Padilla moves over. And that retires the side. Striding into the box, Alex Padilla, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Down the first baseline. He's got it. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. 6-2 the final total today. William Fellows gets the win on the... It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation. Digging in the switch hitter, John Valentine. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And try as he might, but he... Now at the plate, Franklin Taylor. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Franklin Taylor.
Runner goes. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Stepping up now, Herbert Vaughn. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. Boy, he really had to go a long way to his left to get to that one, as is evidenced by Showtrack. Good first step and a great throw to get it there in time. Definitely took away what looked to be a hit off the bat. Digging in to try it again. Christopher Singletary. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Christopher.
Grounded to short. Throw just does get him at first, as he was really moving that time. Still far too early for any semblance of a race to take shape, but we'll give you a look anyways at our standings here in April. Striding in once again, John Valentine. First pitch on its way. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. On the ground up the middle. To his left. Huggins on to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. Ready for another chance? John Valentine. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Singletary racing back at the track. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the Braves have opened up a 3-0 lead.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Digging in once again, Christopher Singletary. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Well, when you lead off an inning, you become the leadoff guy. Get on any way you can, and right there, that little infield single, as innocent as it might look, might start a rally for them. Do anything you can to get on.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, John Valentine. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. First offering on its way. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball, so they should be happy.
Ready once again, John Valentine. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Singletary going back on it, to the track, to the wall, and they have taken the lead. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as they take the lead 4-3.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and
time for baseball now on the show, as you get a look there at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Stepping up to the plate, John Valentine. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Harold, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, it's been a promising start to the new year as they've taken 3 of the first 4 contests.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, it's been a pretty good homestand. They're 3-1 right now. They're playing good baseball, but that 4-1 really kind of separates them. That's why today's game's important.
Here it comes on 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Bond takes it in. Throw gets him, 2 down. Into the box, John Valentine. 0-for-1 here in the early going.
Valentine.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Lorenz rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
that is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this.
Ready for another shot now. Christopher Singletary. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. But it's not in time, and the inning will continue. Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Valentine. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Squared that one up just a little late. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game.
Come on, big guy. One time. Here you go.
Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now.
Drive that pitch, huh?
Hit sharply on the ground. Bond is there. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that So digging in now, Ralph Lowry.
First baseman, Ralph Lowry.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Infield single is innocent.
Now in the box, John Valentine.
John Valentine.
Hit out towards second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Well, if I'm pitching, I got to be shaking my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking is he's going to hit a ball down and away and handle it as well as he did to get a base hit.
9-6 the final tally in this one. Washington get the win after banging out 16 total hits. It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation. Settling in now, John Valentine. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. HR, these Nationals as they take the field here today. Tough to complain about the start they're off to. 4 wins in their first 5 games.
Well, it's the last game at home before a 7-game road trip. You want to win this game because really 7 games isn't that long. It's just 1 week. So you give the fans a nice taste today. They run out, buy tickets, and they see you in a week.
Digging in, John Valentine.
Shortstop, John Valentine.
First pitch on its way.
Hey, wait, big guy.
Lined into left field, a base hit.
Another hit, another multi-hit game. He has been on some kind of hot streak. They better start paying attention to him.
Ready now, Herbert Bond.
Leading off the 4th inning, third baseman, Herbert Bond.
Hit hard back up the middle. Valentine from the outfield grass. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. At the plate, John Valentine. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Valentine.
First offering on its way. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Middleton onto the grass. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Stepping into the box, Herbert Lopez. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Now at the plate, John Valentine is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Shot back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the top of the 9th keeps it rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
Man, that ball was smoked. I don't even know if he had time to react. That ball went right by him and was landing in the outfield before he blinked.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Number 19, second baseman, David Moran.
In the dirt, and now let's see. Poor base running there. Got him caught the hot box between first and second. 4-0 the score this afternoon. Barry Rivera earns his first.
This young team is introduced to one of baseball's lowest feelings, ending a series with nothing to show in the win column. In Major League Baseball, 29 teams per season fall short of their ultimate goal. None feel it more than the team who falls last. A conciliatory phone call. The player expresses interest in going elsewhere. He clarifies his intention. A representative calls with big news for his client. A happy manager welcomes a prize acquisition to the club. He knows his new star has good reason to be miffed about being moved.
Now batting, Todd Shantz. He will lead this one off today. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. A ball and a strike to our leadoff man here this afternoon.
Whoa, second pitch of the game. That ball looked pretty good. We're already getting a good sense of what the zone's going to be like. This could be an offensive day if he's going to call the zone like that.
Ready with the 1-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Kevin Bishop comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
91-mile-an-hour slider. Man, wow, there's not many people that throw that one right there. That is an elite group right there. I would throw that pitch every time.
And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And this is fouled at the plate. Once again, a 3-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Patrick France. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this. Here comes the first pitch. Lionel Howery is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Hey, not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there looking for a changeup to hit. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Stepping into the box, Carmen Bermudez. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Grounded to short. Durango fields it cleanly on to first, and there were 2 down. Striding in, Oswaldo Peralta. Ball 1.
Oswaldo Peralta.
1-0 pitch on the way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. To short, hit hard. Durango is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go down without. Digging in now, Octavio Fernandez. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Batting 8. Shortstop.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 0-1. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Now another 0-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
That was a good changeup right there. It just missed. But an even better take for him to lay off it because it had the great movement, and he laid off it even with 2 strikes.
And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. O'Connor is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Here it comes on 1-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Make it 9. Now in the box, Barack Obama. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Back up the middle. Oh, he makes the stop to first. Got him. Henry Dias.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
All eyes and ears turn to the skipper as he addresses his team at the outset of a new season's journey.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Matt, this is going to be a pitcher's duel. I mean, both these guys have a chance to work deep in the game. They've shown they can do that. Runs are a premium. I think if you don't get them early, we may not see a lot of runs in this game at all. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Braves. And let's look at this center fielder. He not only has great range and speed, he may have the best arm in baseball. A cannon. You talk about a frozen rope. You've heard that line, that phrase before, or you can hang laundry on it. Always talk about for hitters, right? What about a guy that throws everything on the line? He may have the best arm in the game.
Edgar Reyes is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1. swing and a hot shot toward third. It's down, and their first hit of the new campaign is going for extra bases. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he will make it up to second as he advances on the throwing miscue. My goodness.
Batting second.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. A runner at second, nobody out. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Settling in now, Orlando Fertz. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. From the stretch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Standing in, Roberto Santiago. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, the way I see Ed, he gets a lot of respect for his strike zone. There's not a lot of umpires in the league that have the kind of respect he does. He's consistent. He's got a great zone, and he's well respected across the board. He's already given up a run. He's got a runner on. He's got to put this guy away. Got him in an 0-2 count. You can't let it get any worse.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Roberto Santiago goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Hal Stemley. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Comes set with the 0-1. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Digging in, the switch hitter, Bob Delgado. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Joey Broussard. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Nationals gone in order. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Striding in, Brad Smith. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. He swings and pops it high toward the left side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1. Striding in once again, Edgar Reyes. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Benito Valladares is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. O'Connor moves over, and that ends the inning. 0. Into the box now, Barack Obama. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Obama.
high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Santiago has it in his tracks. One away. Ready for another chance. Orlando Burks. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Orlando Burks.
Here comes the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, get him yourself right here. Let's go, baby.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Another 0-2 coming. Pulled the string on him there as this is popped up. Back behind second.
I go.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the fourth. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Roberto Santiago. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. O'Connor is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Striding into the box, Oswaldo Diaz. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the fourth inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
Two and two now with 2 away, and the base is empty. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is line to left, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends. Digging. Coming to the plate now, Hal Stemley. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just got too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Hal Stemley is retired to kick off the inning. Bob Delgado comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Potter is in pursuit, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in to try it again, Joey Broussard comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2 inside as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2 misses. Ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. At the plate, Edgar Murray. Stepping in, Barack Obama. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Barack Obama.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. One and 0 pitch on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Hey, wait for yours here.
Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike.
Hey, come on, let the big dog eat, buddy. Come on now, one time right here.
Now a snap move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. but gloved by the third baseman for the out, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Let it fly right here. Let it fly.
Coming to the plate now, Brad Smith. Opportunity to bat for himself with his guys up a run here in the sixth. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. On the ground to the right side. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Well, he's pitching well. They send him back up to the plate, and what does he do? He rewards him with a base hit. So this is a great game for him so far.
Edgar Reyes is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. But this is pulled in by the shortstop, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting,
Benito Balladares is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Runner at first here, one man out. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2. Hit toward the right side. In there, a base hit.
Cut hold, no runner.
Two-strike hitting. Man, you love it when guys are able to fight the ball off and get a hit. Right here, he fights it off and flips it over the middle infielder's head.
Orlando Firth is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away. Digging in once again, Roberto Santiago. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now he'll step off.
2 down now.
And there's the fourth wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and two men gone.
Here we go.
The left fielder,
hit in the air out to right.
Oswaldo Diaz.
Morales is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tighten. Ready once again, Bill Durant. Ready for another shot now. Hal Stemley. He'll start the seventh, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
The 1-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Standing in now, Bob Delgado, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to short. Durango comes up with it. Throw gets him, 2 down. Standing in, Joey Broussard. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still tied 1 apiece.
Your attention, please.
Velasquez. Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Hideki Takahashi